Well, my name is Lepacious Bose. My given names are Bose Deolufunke Osayemi Ogunboye, and I'm a comedian, actress, lawyer by profession, and all-round entertainer. Well, when people say they've not been seeing much of me in the comedy scene, I just laugh because comedy is who I am, and we're not always in your face like that. I do more private events now, weddings, birthdays, housewarming, burials, whatever it is that corporate events where people need you to be performing. The reason why I'm not everywhere anymore is because I decided that what you guard is more appreciated and more respected than what is everywhere. And also, I have a problem with a lot of the comedy shows that we're doing now. I don't know whether it's because we want to have crowd. We tend to invite too many comedians, and also because we want to please everybody. So you find out that there's a show and there are like 30 comedians on the bill. And so you don't have enough time to talk. And before you even start your repertoire, time is up. And so you leave the stage feeling, is this what I drove 1 hour for? Is this what I went through all the traffic to dress up and everything just to come and say one joke, you know? And God has been good. I don't need to prove myself anymore. I would have needed to do that if I keep needing to prove myself. But God has been good, and He has given me the name and the face. So I just leverage on that, and I do my private events. And if you know me, you know me. The only problem I have is I didn't catch on to the social media thing early enough. I would have learned to video and then to post online and post on YouTube, and then people would have known that I am not, I'm not retired.
Maybe you know it yourself.
I honestly don't know the factor that distinguishes me from other comedians. Before, it used to be my weight, purely my weight, and then I've lost the weight, so I don't know what distinguishes me anymore. But I think that every individual is special. I think we're all different. I think we all have what makes us tick. I think my strongest strength is that I'm a woman, so I tend to see things from another perspective, and I tend to see things from a different point of view from most of my colleagues. Much as that is my greatest strength, it's also my greatest weakness, because it's a man's world, and people tend to feel that when you're a woman and you're in the entertainment industry, there are things that a guy would say and they will find funny, and I will say it and they will think it's an insult or it's rude or something. So it's a dicey situation, and so one day it's favorable and the other day it's not favorable. I laugh now when I remember that I used to say I was big. I wasn't big, I was obese. And if anybody had said that to me, then I would have felt insulted. But I was obese. I wasn't even fat, I was obese. And I think the first thing in life, if you want to get results, is to be honest and to be practical and to face reality. It's like when a doctor does a test on you and they say you have cancer. You don't say, no, I don't have cancer. You say, in Jesus' name, I don't have cancer, or God has healed me of cancer or something, but you're not going to say it's not there because it's there. The fact is that it's there. The truth is that you believe that God can heal you, but the fact is that that thing is inexistent. So saying that, oh, I'm not fat, it doesn't change the fact that you're fat. You're fat, really, you know. So the earlier you face it, the earlier you can start doing something about it. And I faced the reality. I looked at it the way it was supposed to be. I didn't pretend about it, and it helped me to know what to do about it. I like the fact that you have called it Exodus, because even on social media, when I talk about weight loss, I tell people that it's a journey. I call it my weight loss journey. I don't call it weight loss experience or anything. It's a journey, because it's a lifetime. You're constantly doing it, and you're not going to stop it. It's going to be like that for the rest of your life, unfortunately. Growing up, I hated God. I loved God, but I hated Him. It was a mixed feeling. I was a Christian, I was passionate about God, I was a church worker, I used to preach everywhere, but I hated the fact that I felt God hated me. Because, I mean, why does everybody else seem to eat anything they want? And then I eat something small, and then I'm big, and I try to lose weight, and I can't lose the weight. And it's as if God just went out of His way to just be wicked to me. And the only scripture that could enter into my head at that point is where God said that I will have mercy on those who I choose to have mercy on. And the Bible says somewhere that God loved Isaac and hated Esau. And I'm like, so why did God just decide to hate somebody ahead of time? And we are 2 kids. My brother is so skinny, he can eat anything he wants. So God loves him and hates me. That was the only way I could come to grasp with it. But the more I looked at it, the more I realized that I can't do it by myself. I need this God. And the reason why God allowed it to happen for me to get this far is because he knows I can do it. I remember one day my brother was abusing me about being fat and said, but you see, you don't understand. I don't hate you. And I'm angry with you because I know you can do it. People outside may not know you and they may see you as that fat lady, but I know you can do it. The reason why I know you can do it is because I grew up with you. I know you have a strong willpower. I know you can be stubborn. I know you can be tenacious. I know if you put your heart to do something, you can do it. Because when we were growing up, you didn't eat eba for 3 years because you did not like eba. And mommy would always say that if you don't eat eba, you cannot eat anything else. And you go to bed without sleeping, without eating. And you were fine. For 3 years. That shows that if you want to do it, you can do it. And I used to look at him like, what's wrong with this guy? What was the relationship between eba and ice cream? You know, but it was right. I didn't know the power I had on the inside. So the more I looked at it, the more the journey became something I needed to do and became a reality. And I think, first of all, to go into the Exodus, you need to, first of all, love yourself but hate the fat. So I loved myself, but I hated being fat, and I wanted to do something about it. How much did it cost? Millions and millions of naira. And when I say that, people wonder, kilo de toye, millions and millions of what naira? You can imagine using weight loss products non-stop for 3 years. When I say non-stop, I mean non-stop. So I get disgusted when people ask me stuff like, hey, if I use this slimming tea, how many packs will I need? That's how many kg will I lose within 1 month? And I'm thinking, you are not serious. When you are on a weight loss journey, you give it all it takes. You're not projecting. It's not time bound. You keep doing it until you get to where you're going. So it did cost a lot of money in the sense that first I had to overhaul my kitchen. I overhauled my kitchen completely. I bought things that I needed to help me with the journey. Griller, Chinese wok, you know, stuff that will help me. Smoothie makers. The smoothie makers, in fact, that one is on another level. I have big smoothie maker, I have small smoothie maker, I have to-go smoothie maker, I have the one that you blend and you carry it away with you. In fact, when I travel, even within the country and outside the country, I have a small smoothie maker that is the size of a pet bottle of drink that I take with me everywhere. So if I get into the hotel room of any state or any country I'm in, the first thing I do is I stock with fruits and I start juicing as I'm going on. So it's not cheap, because the truth is, if you don't have those things around you, what you have around you, when you are hungry, what you get is what you will eat. If you don't have healthy stuff around you, when you are hungry, the next thing that you see is what you eat. So you end up eating the pastries and the junk and all that. But if you have your stuff around you, then you'll be able to eat healthy. So even when I'm going out for the day, what I do is I have baskets. I go out like a nursing mother. I have my basket, I have my fruits in the bag, I have my green tea in the bag, I have my slimming tea, I have my water, I have everything. I carry my bag. Everything is in the bag. So I can access them and take them. If not, I'll be stuck in traffic and the next thing I'll be eating is plantain chips. And one slice of plantain, when it is not fried, is about 5 calories. Once it enters into oil and you fry it, one slice is about 120 calories. So you can imagine how many calories in a sachet of plantain chips. And we end up eating 2 and then we wash it down with cold drink. I don't want to call the name of the drinks. I don't want to sound religious, but there's a Christian song that says that I pray for you, you pray for me. I love you, I need you to survive. I won't harm you with words from my mouth. I love you, I need you to survive. The truth is, on a weight loss journey, you need another person to survive. The Americans, the civilized countries that have AA, they know what they are doing. You can't kick an addiction on your own. You need strength and you need other people. And I intend to help as many people as possible. The problem is, are they ready to help themselves? I find out that the average Nigerian wants free information, free product, free everything. They don't want to pay for it. And what you don't pay for, you don't ultimately, you don't value. On my weight loss journey, I travel to SA as constantly as possible. I have a dietitian in SA that I pay 350 rands every time they make a new meal plan for me. And when I collect the meal plan, it is made in South African menu. Then I come to Nigeria and adapt it to the Nigerian menu. And so you now want me to give you that free of charge because I am Lepacious Bose and I'm so nice, you know. And so when you tell them, oh, you pay so and so for this one, they just blank. And I can't help you to help yourself. You need to have that push, you need to have that drive, you need to want to help yourself for me to help you. I intend to help as many people as I can, as many people as want me to help them. A friend of mine looked at me, was it about 3 months ago, and said to me that my sister wouldn't have died if I had just gotten her to speak to you. Nothing else killed my sister. My sister died from being too big. My sister died of being fat. And I wish she had met you. I wish she had spoken to you because you understand. And I think that's the only thing I can give fat or plus size people, the fact that I understand. It's not easy when somebody who has never been fat or who has never understood the journey tries to tell you about weight loss, and you know, like an instructor that has been thin all their life tells you, oh, you can do it, you can kick it. You're looking at the person like, what's wrong with you? What do you understand that I'm going through? But when somebody else who has been on that journey and who has had that experience is talking, you know that this person has that same experience and this person understands what you're talking about. So I think that's my passion, to help as many people as I can. But I'm not a very patient person. As soon as I find out that you're not trying to help yourself, and I know that you're not trying to help yourself from little things like the way you couch your email. Some people send me emails like I owe them, like it's my job. Hi, my name is Zabi. I need to lose weight. Help a sister. Tell me your secrets. And I'm thinking, are you for real? Are you for real? You know? And but some people send the mail and you can feel their pain in the mail. You can feel the need to help them in the mail, and then you work at it. Oh yes, it was healthy for me because I didn't go on a crash diet. I changed my lifestyle to a healthier lifestyle. However, there's no way you could have been 198 kg and cut down to 95 kg and your body would not, your body will literally move. You know, everything moved, and my body needed to adjust to this new body. And I see it as the price I needed to pay, and I'm glad. And it's a very emotional part of my journey because I was ill. I had lost, by December, I had lost about 100 kg, and I suddenly felt ill. I was performing on stage and the earth literally moved. It just moved, and I started feeling dizzy, and I was constantly on drip, and I couldn't hold anything down. I kept throwing up, and I was too weak, and I had all sorts of reactions. I had terrible heat intolerance, and so during the day they would buy iced block and they would break it and they would pour it in water and they would pour it all over me on the bed, and it was horrible. It was a horrible 4 months. I was bedridden for 4 months. I was on a wheelchair. I couldn't walk. I was flown out of the country and flown back, and I was in 5 different hospitals in that 4 months. And at a point, they thought I was going to die in my family. We actually even thought it was cancer because at a point my hair was falling off. And I couldn't understand why all that was happening because God has been so good. And for the first time in my life, I felt I was where I wanted to be. I felt happy. I felt beautiful. I felt that I had achieved what I wanted to achieve, and from nowhere, the sickness comes to try to steal this beautiful testimony, and it wasn't something I was ready for. I wasn't prepared for I wasn't prepared for that problem. I expected a pat on the back. I didn't expect to be sick. And my greatest fear was, what will people say? This was something I'd worked so hard. I'd worked so hard to lose this weight. I'd worked very, very hard to lose this weight. And now this sickness is going to make people say stuff like, she didn't do anything. She must have been sick. It was the sickness that made her lose weight. She must have had cancer or AIDS, or some people even said that it was a weight loss products. And I remember telling my dad that I was ready to die because nobody needed to go through this much pain. And I remember my dad saying to me that, no, don't you know if you die now, I can't last 48 hours after you. And I knew at that point that the war was on the inside more than on the outside. And if I gave up on the inside, then death was imminent. And I just looked at my dad and I was like, for this man, I just need to fight and stay alive. And if I die now, the testimony is destroyed. All other big people who would want to lose weight, who would want to help themselves, will say, I don't want to die like Lepacious Bose, and they'll give up, not knowing that they had a chance. And I prayed and asked God for strength, for grace. And almost as suddenly and as mysteriously as the sickness came, it just went. And so, will I do it again? Yes. Will I go through it all again? Yes. Will I still want to lose the weight, even if I can see ahead that I'll be sick and bedridden for 4 months? I'll do it all over again. Every step of the way. Well, I studied theatre arts before I went to study law. I think I'm a very good actress. I think I'm actually a better actress than a comedian. I love acting. But the Nollywood industry is one industry I don't understand. I don't understand how it works. And God has been so good with comedy industry that to try to break into Nollywood, I just go like, oh, please, I'm fine where I am, you know. But some people saw it in me and they decided to give me shots. People like Uche Jumbo, Omoni Oboli, Ruth Kadiri, you know, Mercy Aigbe, and featured me in their movies. And it was cool. But I found out that most of the roles that I was given were roles because I was big. Not because I could act, but because I was big. And I didn't want to be that fat woman. I want to be a talented, good actress, not, oh, we need somebody fat to do this part. Let's use Bose now. I didn't want to be that. And suddenly a script came up that was to be directed by Mr. Femi Odugbemi called Giddy Blues. And it was about a plus-size girl that couldn't find love, and nobody was going to toast her. And then she got on Facebook, and she's always attracted to fine boys who don't like fat girls. So she tried to get this guy to notice her, and the guy kept declining. So she used her personality to form the profile, but used the picture of another young, slim and beautiful girl. And that was who the guy saw on Facebook. And the guy ended up toasting her, and they started an online relationship. And the gbege came when the guy now said, I would like to meet you one-on-one. Ashiri is about Tutu. So that's what Giddy Blues is all about. And what happens after that? Did they find love? Did she find love? Can plus-size girls find love in this world where everybody wants to be skinny and beautiful? Watch Giddy Blues. It's coming up in the cinemas from the 24th of June, and then you'll see all. And I was happy because I was able to be seen for once as an actress who can act and not as a fat woman. Hi, my name is Lepacious Bose, and I am so happy and enjoying myself with my people on TVCconnect Meets. It's been fantastic. I think they should give me a job in this place. I like their chair.